Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Hey guys, welcome to another April Madness. Well, I got enough topics to maybe enough topics to talk about, and I am, so uncertain. But hey, we got 2 more weeks. In this one, I'll be talking about, I will talk about Shazam in a bit, but let's go over the topics right now. Yes, I've already mentioned the Game of Thrones guys have made a transition from, from Sex and Dragons to a galaxy far, far away. Well, and we already have Mark Hamill that went from the Jedi to the Clown Prince of Prime. And we got another one who transitioned from the Joker to a Jedi. As we learn that Gotham's Cam Monaghan will be joining Jedi Fallen Order. And you ask, what is Jedi Fallen Order, you ask? Well, it's a new video game under the canon timeline, which takes place about shortly after Revenge of the Sith. And I looked at the trailer, and it looks cool, And this is the game that's from Respawn Entertainment. But let's hope EA doesn't ruin this one, because they have a bad reputation. The only good game recently was released was, of course, Unravel 2. But although my clone isn't here to talk about it, but I'm just here to mention this star, Cam Monaghan, who is also in Shameless with William H. Macy. But other than that, you're going to see him again, but in a motion capture suit. And the character he plays, of course, is Cal Kestis. It's Cal Kestis from the planet Braca. Well, and no, he's not Caleb Doom. He is a Jedi who survived Order 66. And then he'll be traveling groups, to escape from the Purge Troopers and the second sister of the Inquisitors. Of the Inquisitoress. You know? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know? We got Purge Troopers coming back. And they are, you know, officially canon. But in the clones, just like the clone Mud Troopers are canon in the Imperial class. You know? But although we got more topics to talk about, but at least it's just 5 more. Hey guys, do you remember the Ghostbusters? And I meant the classic Ghostbusters, not the all-female one. Well, this episode, which is going to be in April 22nd, which is on a Monday, Ernie Hudson will be coming to Arrow in the Spartan synopsis. And I got the source from comicbook.com. The CW has the official synopsis for Spartan, the upcoming April 22nd episode of Arrow, and seemingly the beginning of the end of Felicity Smoak's run in the series. This is also the episode in which Ghostbusters veteran Ernie Hudson will appear playing the role of DIA General, who has a history with John Diggle. Given that John just flushed his military career down the toilet in the March 5th episode. Well, thankfully not literally. Because that would be gross if it was literally. It seems likely whatever the backstory is, it probably isn't good. And whatever mission brings the two together again is likely a high stake again on one with little upside. The vague language and lack of the name for Hudson's character will likely lead a lot of fans to speculate that he might have been quietly cast as Diggle's father. We know very little about Diggle's family, besides his late brother. Hudson was one of the 2 actors who play Bert Auguster Dooley-Hill's father on Psych. And fast forward to a decade since then, he would be roughly age appropriate to do the same for Ramsey. Which Ramsey you talking about? Alright, the character. Not the character from Arrow, not character from Game of Thrones. Where was I? Oh yeah. Hudson appears in the upcoming Bad Boys tie-in in LA's Finest with Gabriel Unit and Jessica Alba. And recurs on the Netflix series Grace and Frankie. He is best known for the role of Winston Zeddemore in the Ghostbusters film. It plays the role of Bill, the uncle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna skip that one. Because it said Paul Feig reboot. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one. Hudson, who has been a most vocal supporter of a Ghostbusters 3 over the years, is expected to return in the upcoming film for director Jason Reitman. Hudson also recently played a high-ranking military official in Twin Peaks: The Return for Showtime. On Felicity's side, the return of her old hacker friend Elena, played by Casey Rawl, don't know who she is, raises some interesting questions, particularly as the synopsis that says that she has an interesting proposal for Felicity. That math adds up pretty quick when combined with the recent revelation that Emily Beth Rickards will be leaving the series at the end of season 7. Rickards has played Felicity Smoak on Arrow since the show debuted in 2012. Felicity's romantic relationship with leading man Oliver Queen, played by Stephen Amell, has been focus of a passionate fan base who ship the paradise Olicity. Given the series is set to end after one more season, Ricard's decision to leave earlier than that may come as a surprise to some Arrow fans. She made an announcement with a poetic letter to the fans on Instagram, which you can read here. You can check out the official synopsis here. Ernie Hudson of the Ghostbusters guest stars. After the 9th Circle delivers a major setback for Team Arrow, Diggle, played by David Ramsey, that Ramsey, reluctantly reaches out on a 4-star General of Defense Intelligence Agency, guest star Ernie Hudson, for help. Despite unresolved tensions from their past, meanwhile, Oliver, Stephen Amell, discovers a place of information that he believes will turn Emiko, played by Shamuka, against the Ninth Circle. Elena, guest star Casey Rawl, returns with an interesting proposal for Felicity, Emily Beth Rickards. If you are being directed the episode, written by Benjamin Robin Hughes. Arrow airs Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Pacific Time. Following the episodes of DC's Legends of Tomorrow on the CW, Spartan will debut on April 22nd. So yeah, it's April 18th, so yeah, we got a good enough amount of time. Wow. Well, and I'm sorry if I skipped the one we mentioned a Ghostbusters reboot, but sorry guys, I'm just here to mention the classics, not. The next one is about, make sure to check this out on April 22nd, DCW fans, and check this, and you can check out Ghostbusters 3 coming next year, but expect the trailer to come during Comic-Con. Expect the trailer to come on Comic-Con this year. for Ghostbusters 3. Well, just because the topics are, just because the topics I'd be talking about are short, but that doesn't mean the length of those topics will be, though. Because this next topic, before I mention Shazam, let's take a time and mention the classic of Batman. As the source for comic.com titles, original Batman movies set to return to theaters. Next time Batman hits the big screen, a new actor under the cape and cowl in Matt Reeves' upcoming The Batman, but the character has already memorable and legacy movies under his belt. Now you have a chance to see those classic films back in the theaters. Well, but unfortunately, no Adam West's Batman, because that's too comedic. We want a dark tone, and we got it. Announced the 4 of the classic Batman movies will be returning to theaters for one day only. And the list. Wait. For one day only. And the list will definitely take DC fans back down memory lane with the movies that would to help deliver The Dark Knight to mainstream audience before there was ever. It's all in celebration of Batman's 80th anniversary. Allow the fans to see Tim Burton, yes, and Joe Schumacher, no, takes on the character in the theaters one more time from via re-release news. The list of Batmans include Burton's 1989 Batman and Batman Returns from 1992, along with Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever from 1995 starring Val Kilmer, and the infamous Batman and Robin from 1997 starring George Clooney, with Showtime starring at Saturday, May 4th. 1989's Batman, starring Michael Keaton. I don't know who played Vicky Vale, and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. On Saturday, May 4th, at 1 p.m. and replay at 4 p.m. Batman Returns, starring Michael Keaton as Batman. Okay, who played I'm sorry, I just can't remember. Oh yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Christopher Walken as Shrek. Well, not the ogre Shrek, but the villain Shrek. And, of course, Danny DeVito as the Penguin. You can see Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito again at Dumbo. On the Tim Burton's Dumbo. It's a reunion. That was the last of the good ones, sadly. Now let's get to the really terrible ones. Batman Forever, starring Val Kilmer as Batman, Nicole Kidman as his love interest. As, Batman's love interest. Chris O'Donnell as Robin. Jim Carrey as the Riddler. And the best actor born in Texas, Tommy Lee Jones, as as Harvey Two-Face, replacing Billy D. Williams. Damn. Well, then again, thankfully, Billy D. Williams didn't play in this. Because that would brought his career to shame. Batman and Robin. Oh, God. Oh, well, showtime at May 12th. From 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. Next is Batman and Robin. Oh, man. The cast, George Clooney as Batman, Chris O'Donnell as Robin. Yeah, I can't remember the actress who played Batgirl. Emma Thurman as Poison Ivy. And one of the greatest bodybuilders that ever lived, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator himself, as Mr. Freeze. Oh, God. I swear I didn't even want to mention Joe Schumacher's films ever again. Ever again. Sorry, folks. Back on the topic. If you got time, this kind of opportunity doesn't come around that often. So, you might want to crave some time out of your schedule to catch one of these classic Batman films on the big screen. Well, classic for all the wrong reasons. In Batman and Robin's case, through previous, George Clooney does credit the film with biggest influence in his career. It's easy to pick Batman and Robin. Clooney told THR, "That's not a joke. Until that moment, I was the only actor only concerned with finding work. After the failure of that film creativity, I understood that I needed to take control of the films I made, not just the role. My next 3 films were Out of Sight, Three Kings, and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" Will you be checking out any of the previous Batman films? Let us know in the comments to make sure to tell us which of the 4 are your favorites. Well, okay. Okay, yeah. Before you guys get too hasty, I just want to tell you guys, just check the Tim Burton's one, and be warned, be cautious of Batman Forever, but stay away from Batman and Robin, folks. Just stay away from Batman and Robin. That is, unwatchable. But check out Tim Burton's. Be cautious of Batman Forever, but stay away from Batman and Robin. But before I continue with the 3 more topics, I just want to start off with saying, yes, folks, I'll be seeing Shazam this weekend. And yes, it's 93% fresh, 91% fresh certified on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's the second best DCEU film, which is, of course, on the Rotten Tomatoes scale, still on the top, Wonder Woman, with Patty Jenkins. Directed by Patty Jenkins. It's starring Gal Gadot, and of course, like I say, even though we got Gal Gadot and Chris Pines. Even though, and the third one starring Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, Patrick Wilson, William Dafoe, Tamora Morrison, and Nicole Kidman. But of course it stars as Billy Archer, and then the kid from It, and Stranger Things, and Zachary Levi as Shazam. Well, it stars the one from Andy Mack, and the one from It and Stranger Things. Well, I don't watch. Well, just because I don't watch Stranger Things, that doesn't mean That doesn't mean I'm not going to be watching it, because I will watch it soon. I don't mind Stranger Things, And even so, it's Zachary Levi, who is famous for Chuck, who is famous for Ryder on Tangled. And of course, he's playing Shazam. And he was on the MCU and unfortunately get killed off. But hey, I'm gonna check Shazam out, which is also humorous. But like I say, I just needed something after a traumatic stress from Captain Marvel, which is, in my opinion, an okay film. And I need to, to be away from the blues for Captain, Marvel. Oh yeah, and the Avengers, Infinity War, and Ant-Man and Wasp post-credit blues. I know, mid-credit blues. I need to, check it, need to watch this movie, but I needed a few chuckles, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, yeah, folks, and then I'll give you my review on Monday. Well, we're movie review Monday. Well, actually, I'm going to upload this on Monday, and then I'm going to be uploading this on, after I do Monday's Thrones. And publish it, but this one, I'm going to be, movie review Monday will be published 2 hours after. Well, have you ever seen... Well, I got the source from comicbook.com with the DC debuts Joker and mashup, and here's what it says. Batman and TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, will meet once again in Batman TMNT 3, the final installment of the crossover trilogy, from James Tynion and Freddie E. Williams II. Oh, James Tynion IV and Freddie E. Williams II. In this chapter, Krang gets his hands on some dangerous tech from the DC universe and merges the worlds and characters together, creating new composite version of Batman and the Turtles. Batman leads the Turtles, and each of the Turtles represent one of Batman's sidekick. Oh, so Leonardo's the leader of the Turtles, but Batman leads the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Wow. Wow, that idea is really stupid. But the concept looks great, though. Batman leading the Turtles. That concept looks great, though. Krang becomes Anti-Monitor, and Splinter merges with Batman's faithful butler, Alfred. And there are Batman, the Turtles, respective great foes. For Batman, that's the Joker. And for the Turtles, that's the Shredder. And yes, guys, you know, I forgot to tell you that there's no secret that I love the Ninja Turtles. They are the greatest ones in my greatest generation, you know? I usually watch Turtles more than the Power Rangers, you know? You know, I'm a total nerd for the Turtles. Someday I will do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Turtles Thursday. So I could take a look back at the Ninja Turtles. For the Turtles, that's the Shredder. The two are joined together in this crossover to become the Laughing Man, leader of the Smile Clan. Tinian and Williams revealed several pieces of the concept artwork of the series that shows these new characters. Well, you can look below. And here's the tweet from James Tinian IV. Okay, I promise you a bunch of art from Batman TMNT 3 today, and Freddy Art and I are gonna deliver. And there's a picture of Batman, and bandages look like a Ninja Turtle. There's Splinter as a butler who teamed with Alfred. And here's a tweet from Freddie Williams II. I couldn't agree more. I am thrilled to draw, and they do battle against the terrifying Laughing Man and his vile Smile Clan. See, oh, holy hell, the Joker looks scary. Oh yeah. Oh my god, that's Splinter, and he looks scary. And, oh my god, the Smile Soldiers look creepy. And I like it. Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 will conclude the trilogy of the crossovers between DC Comics and Nickelodeon characters. I still remember the email asking me if I wanted to do the first Batman TMNT crossover. My brain couldn't even process what I was reading in a few seconds. I started having a panic attack about fitting it into my work schedule. Then finally, I pictured Michelangelo's reaction to seeing the T-Rex in the Batcave for the first time, and I started laughing out loud. The story for Volume 3 is a blast, and I am having the time of my life frustrating it, said Williams. And lucky for me, I'm not alone in this grand tasks. I am having a huge and exciting personal crossover for my own with my all-time heroes favorite, Kevin Eastman. Say what? Yep, you heard right. We got something so fun and exciting planned. I'm geeking out about it every day. And I think all of you will too. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles creator Kevin Eastman is also involved with the series. when I got a call asking if I would be interested in doing some covers for Batman TMNT crossover, the 10-year-old Batman fan got up and ran around the room screaming on the top of his lungs with excitement. Then a 50-year-old Batman fan did the same thing, Eastman said. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you're excited, just let me know. Because, because like I say it, I'll say it again, I love the Ninja Turtles. Although I did watch 2 episodes of Gotham last night. I watched 2 episodes of Gotham. Oh, sorry, I meant 2 episodes of Titans on DC Universe. Although, I will say, of course, that Curran Walters, who plays Jason Todd and Robin for Titans, has announced that, he didn't announce it, will be the series regular for Season 2 of Titans. Now they say 2 Robins are better than 1. And it'll kill one of the Robins with only 1 hostage taken and death. Well, Curran Walters had made a guest star appearance as in that scene in Chicago, which takes place in Chicago, And yes, Chicago's still my least favorite city. And then, still wants answers for why does he want Raven? Why does he want Rachel for? But then, the forces that he and Robin, Dick Grayson, got 3 of them. Or 4 of them. But the rest had beaten him down and tried to kill him. But he was saved by Jason Todd, played by Curran Walters. Played by Curran Walters. And then he knows Dick Grayson. He actually knows Dick Grayson. Wow, that's the first time we get to see Jason Todd meeting Dick Grayson. But although he is in fact a series regular for Season 2. Alright, we're going to close this out with, not a main topic, but not a main event either, but it's one more, which is, speaking of shows ending, and of course, transitions. Speaking of Gotham's actors transition, and of course, shows endings. I just want to say, of course, ever seen B.D. Wong in Law and Order SVU? Ever seen him in Jurassic Park? Ever seen him in Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? But although he will be voicing Godspeed, and the Flash returns from a brief hiatus tonight, and bringing fans a look at the version of the Arrowverse. Arrowverse's future and process. In process, it introduced a highly anticipated villain and seems to a familiar face to voice him. Yeah, sorry folks. I mean, this is a kind of a spoiler, but you might want to look who it knows. Sorry folks, but this is a kind of a spoiler. I mean, you could just skip out the closing if you want to. You could just skip to the next segment, or just tune in if you want to know. If you do want to know. The episode follows the origins of Nora West Allen, played by Jessica Parker. I don't want to think about Sarah Jessica Parker. Oh, wait. Jessica, not a middle name. First name. Parker. Not the last name. The middle name. Kennedy. That's the last name. Oh! I thought it says Sarah Jessica Parker. I said, it's if you talk about Sarah Jessica Parker, man, I can not look at it the same way again. As fans got to see how begin to work with Elibar Thawne, played by Tom Canavan, in the future. At the beginning, Nora was as a CSI agent, a string of robberies, medical labs, into a whole new kind of challenge while visiting a lab had yet to be robbed. Nora was attacked by a speedster in an all-white suit who remarked that he was god of speed before running away. As the opening credits, the episode appeared to be revealed. Godspeed is voiced by none other than B.D. Wong. Wong is no stranger to the comic book world, previously playing Hugo Strange on Gotham. His filmography, including the Jurassic Park franchise, can you rename it Jurassic World? Mr. Robot. Well, I haven't seen him in Mr. Robot in a while. And Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Oh yeah, I did see him in that. Wong remarks the latest actor as a voice. A mysterious speedster on The Flash, with Tony Todd voicing Zoom. And Saw's Tobin Bell voice Savitar. Oh, really? You don't remember his previous voice acting role, which is of course in Mulan. He was also in Mulan as Shung Zhang. Godspeed first appeared at The Flash Rebirth #1. Was created by Joshua Williamson and Carmine D. Domenico. Carmine D. Domenico. That's Italian. The character is a relative recent addition to Flash mythos and has an ability that most speedsters would die for. He has the ability to separate speedsters from their connection to speed, which can kill them in the process. It makes him immensely deadly, which is not to mention all things he can do, including possibly even be faster than the Flash. The character of August Hart initially started out as a friend of Barry Allen, but once he was revealed to be Godspeed, he went all villain. And we're not quite sure how this show will handle his motivations. Godspeed brought a version of the character's origin to life, as Nora eventually learned that August Hart was also operate as the villain, tried to recreate Velocity 9 and become a speedster forever. Nora faced off against him before he could grab the final ingredient to make V9 and was able to outsmart him with the help of Thawne. August was apprehended for the CCPD. At least for now. And yeah, guys, I can't believe they forgot his previous voice acting from Milan. But I'm glad they're gonna get the Jigsaw Killer himself to be also in the voice. But although we're gonna end this episode right now. Okay, guys, that's gonna be about it for DC Thursday, part of April Madness. We have Gotham transitions. We have crossovers. 2 classics and 2 not so classics returning. And we have iconic actors making guest star appearances. And we got a guest star turn into a series regular. Alright, guys, that's gonna be about it. I'll see you guys next time.